Everyone. I'm really happy to be here, and it's the second time I will be giving this talk, so I hope that everything goes smooth. Sorry. Today I will talk about a very personal topic, and it will be my life journey, kind of, and it's still in the process. Yeah, don't judge. All my advices is like pure mine, based on my experience. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a specialist in this field, but yeah, it's a few things that I learned on the way. And the topic today is it's okay to be different. How many of you had a situation when you felt yourself excluded, when you felt that you are different, that you're not accepted, that your ideas are not accepted, the way how you think is like very different? It happens pretty much to every one of us. Why? Because everyone is unique. Everyone is different. Well, my journey of understanding that everyone is unique started when I was a kid, and the first stage was a confusion. Everything started when I went to the first grade. Before that, I never even thought about like people being different or anything like that. But when I walked into the classroom, all the kids paid attention on me and they gave me a nickname, and it was absolutely hilarious. They called me Kitayoza, and what it means it's a Russian word. It's like a fake word, so it does not really exist like a saying, but it has a belittling and racist meaning for Chinese person. So for me, it was really confusing. Like, what the hell? Like, why they call me Chinese? I'm not Chinese. I was born in Ukraine and going to school in Ukraine. All the people around me are Slavic. And if you look at the picture, it's me in the first grade, like first day. I did have a little bit more hooded eyelids and my cheekbones a bit higher than a typical Slavic person. And yeah, so for all the kids, they saw the difference. I did not see it. So what did I feel? Of course, I felt confusion. I was confused like all the time about that, but well, I had to live with that. And later with the time, I was noticing it more and more happening, even when we are grown ups, right? When people are still kind of paying attention to things and asking you where you're from or where your parents from. That's like really confusing. It took me a while to understand that everyone is different, everyone is unique. But at the same time, it teach me to look beyond appearance and to understand that the way how you look does not define who you are. And I started my journey from understanding these kind of things, and that's where it led me to. So for a long period of time, I started experimenting with my appearance and that with my hair, things. It's still not everything there, but yeah. Tweet tell me which color is it. So I started doing this kind of things. But still interesting, when I was in Ukraine, it was a lot of situations for people where I was very unique for Ukraine because it is not really acceptable to be different. And it was many times when people were just stopping on the street and were just screaming something like nasty to me just because I had a green color or blue color or pink color. Interesting, when I went to Netherlands, it was very opposite. The old ladies were coming up to me saying like, "Oh, I love your hair color. It's so beautiful." In Ukraine, it was old ladies were sitting and talking and asking things about me because I was like different. Yeah, and as I said, in Ukraine it was very standard to be okay, the same like everyone else. It was very weird to be different. And I remember one phrase from childhood that my mom was repeating quite often, and my grandma as well. On Russian sounds "не родись красивой, а родись стандартной." So what it means? It means do not be born beautiful, but be born standard. Well, confusing? Yes. This phrase was sitting in my head for a very long time. Well, I do have a degree in linguistics, so of course, what I started doing, I started digging, trying to find out why this saying is so common in the post-Soviet Union countries. And then what I find out is during the time of the Soviet Union and the post-Soviet Union times in our countries, if you know, all the countries were the economy was not really great, and of course everything that was manufactured, shoes, clothes, everything was standard sizes. And of course, because people did not have enough money, they were not really able to go into alterations or anything. So it was like no matter how beautiful you are, But if you cannot fit in the standard clothes or shoes, well, that's for you. Yeah. And then with time, like I saw these experiments and things, experiments with styles, with the clothes, with my look, with makeup, with everything, with my interest. Um, it was like leading me to that understanding of the uniqueness of every single human being and how like need to look deeper in a person, not judge person by the way how they look. And as I said, everyone is unique. Everyone is unique, like snowflakes. We do have two hands, two legs, one head, right? But our faces, our features are very different. It's okay. It's normal. That's what attracts us to each other. Then, like, of course, it was a lot of other different situations when I was different and I was not fit in, but I decided to skip all the long part and go somewhere closer around 5 years ago when I decided to change my career and become a software engineer. So my path was non-traditional, and I have, as I said, degree in linguistics, and I'm working most of my life as a manager, as an interpreter, as a teacher of literature, and then one day I decided to try coding, and like, wow, it totally changed my world. I had coding as a hobby, and maybe like in a year or so, I decided to change my career. And of course, like that was when my frustration and being different kicked in even stronger. And it happened when my partner took me to the first technical meetup. It was not a GS meetup in Sydney. It was around 100 guys, and I walked in the room. I'm the only woman there. Well, I don't mind. It's okay. But how I felt, like, yeah, it was a bit awkward. Kind of, it was strange for me, strange feeling. But the biggest awkwardness was when people started coming up to me and asking, "Hey, are you a recruiter? Hey, are you UX? Are you a designer?" Like, no one even assumed that I can be a developer. That time I was not a developer, I was just doing coding as a hobby. So of course, like, what was my answer? I was like, I'm with him. Is it right? No, I don't think so. But that time it was like, for me it was kind of okay to answer that and like escape this attention and they're like, oh, I just like changed my partner. But he was putting me in front and saying like, she actually learns how to code. And then, well, oh really? And starting all these conversations and everything. That time is like it was a long time ago now. After we like started more movement in JavaScript world for women, we do have around 20 women coming up for the 100 people event, like Node or CGS started gathering women as well. So this is good, right? And I don't have this kind of situations anymore. But every time I start a job in a new company, I'm pretty much the only woman developer there. That is really exciting. And I talk about the big companies and I talk about small companies. Of course, like we're trying to change this kind of things, but still, sometimes it feels like really awkward and you definitely different, you stand out, and like it means a lot of different things with it, positive and negative. Well, so having this feeling of like weird, like awkward kind of things, I decided to work on it and to get rid of it. So what did I do? When I became a developer, within maybe like 6 months or something, I decided to join as co-organizer to Women Who Code. When I found out about that there is some organizations that hold different workshops for women, I was like, yeah, awesome, great. And I will be not the only one in the room. And no one will ask me, are you a recruiter? Yeah. So Women Who Code helped me to understand that the reason you're there, the women are there, they just not always go to like some specific events. And of course, it's like a lot of difference. Why? And that's what the thing we're trying to change. Okay, so later, when I joined the organization, I was already in the company. Another difference that I had a fear because my background was not really traditional. And I had a fear because I was a junior. I did not have a technical background. I was self-taught, and then I went to a bootcamp. So I was really scared to voice up and tell my ideas or just like to ask the questions. Why? Because I thought like, oh, just me, I just don't know the topic. Like all these guys who look so smart, or at least talking so smart about something, they look so knowledgeable about what they're doing. And so I was a bit quiet and thinking like, okay, I will write it down and then I come home and I Google it, right? So no, for the next day. So that was my process of learning, kind of. Was it right? Of course not. But well, it was a fear of like having these different background things. And then when I realized that it's not okay and that I should not be doing this way and that I should be speaking up as well, what I started doing, I started like trying to get more trust in myself and in my company at that time, my first company where I've been working, I saw like a bunch of different gaps and a bunch of different things that I could improve, but no one was ever hearing, everyone was talking, but no one ever did anything. So I decided to change all the end-to-end like testing system for our project. How do you think how much time it took me to get approvals and to actually implement a new feature? Like 3 or 4 months, but the code was written in 1.5 day. And it was hanging in the branch, and all this time it took me constantly going and talking with all the senior guys, like mid guys, and like constantly repeating myself and saying, hey, look, it works. The way how we have a testing right now does not work. No one wants to write those tests. Why? Because they are hard and complicated. They are. It's like someone who was writing them overthink when they were done. They are not really suitable to the way how we work, and so many reasons. And the response that I was always getting is like, oh, yeah, it kind of, yeah, it works. We can see it works. But, and I was getting like tons of different articles about about testing, but they were all around 5-6 years old. I was like, seriously? Come on, let's try something new. Well, I did fight for it, and I did make it. And what it gave me more confidence to like, overcome this fear and to speak up when I'm actually thinking about something that is different, that is not sounds like everyone else saying. But okay, nice. Next step in my life, I start speaking up, and then the equity came in. When people start saying to me, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have a technical background. You don't have enough experience. But quite often I was saying, seriously, the thing that I'm talking right now is just documentation. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Just go in with the standards. And the way how we're doing it is wrong. That's why it's not working. So what the hell? Just don't do Stack Overflow. Go and read documentation first. And you will be surprised how many times I had to say it in all my companies where I'm working to senior developers. Well, of course, and it was really hard because I felt I'm not being taken seriously. So I started working harder. I started learning harder, spending my evenings more, reading on the things, trying new things, practicing. And like around a few months ago, I became a Google developer expert in web technologies. Now it gives me a bit more weight when I'm talking in my company. Is it right? No, I don't think so. But well, that's reality. And it helps me. So it works. Great. So now you're working, everyone is listening to you. Everyone is taking you more serious. But still, what about the social part of our offices? Like when we work and when you are being the only woman developer in the circle of the guys. It was quite a few times when I'm standing, I'm talking with my team or like few teams, and the guys just are talking about football or rugby or something like that. I was like, oh, okay, I will just go to the bottom. Sorry, it's not my interest, and I'm not saying that both should be having the same interest, and I understand they want to talk about it, it's completely fine. And for a very long time, I was quiet about it and just like leaving, or I could not find like sometimes a common language with something like to build more stronger relations, just because we don't have the topics to talk about, because we just had different interests. And I thought, well, it's okay, like everyone is different, right? Everyone has their own interest. But you know what? Then I realized it is not okay. Why? Because when you are in a group of people, it's just a basic social rules wherever you are, right? If you're staying with like 3 or 4 people, for example, or like 10 people, and you're talking to everyone, you can talk about something that everyone can participate in. Of course, if I'm not there, if this person is not there, yeah, talk about whatever you like. But if I'm already there, and we already have a conversation, than talking like switching up the topic that is not interesting me. At least you need to ask the person, are you interested in that, or do you like football, like right, or something like that. Try to involve to the conversation, or like, oh, I know that it's a special sport in Ukraine, right? And then you kind of involve the person in the conversation. Because if you don't do that, in fact, you are excluding person from your conversation, from your circle, even when you do not like make it on intention. But that happens, and it's not cool. So what did I do? Like to fix it, like to improve my own feeling about that. I started public speaking. I started public speaking so people can hear me, can hear my interests as well, my ideas, and to hear that it is not okay to exclude people from the conversations. And was it hard? Yeah, it is still hard. Every single time when you go on stage, it is hard. But well, you are improving all the time. And it gives you back a lot. Great, and the last one, but the one that I'm still struggling with, so I'm still on my way, and I cannot tell you what will be my solution. So that's like I'm on the way, but still there. It makes me upset and anger when like it's a lot of talkers and like people who like to create around, but it's not many people who like to do things. And I was dealing with that like all my times that I've been in programming and before that as well, like in other jobs, and even in like personal life and so on, in social life. And it's okay, it's fine. Like everyone is different. Like we don't need everyone to be a jerk. We don't need everyone to be a talker. It's completely fine. But in tech world, and not only, the one thing that I noticed is that talkers and people who critique normally are more loud and they will be seen more than someone who is willing to do things. Especially if you're a quiet person. You will be sitting and doing things quietly, and because when women, for example, come to the working place and they are the only one, they have all this kind of feel like a bunch of emotions and situations that they have, and so you just go and quietly work, right? You just like do something to improve, to work on yourself, to show that you know something. And then it will be some people who just standing and talking, and they will be more visible than you are. So that kind of thing started upsetting me and making me angry. It was so many times when people were telling me you cannot do that because no, it's too hard, or like no, you cannot do that, or like what you're talking about is a bullshit. I was like, no, you know, I was ending up going and doing. By the way, that's how I opened the Muses Code JS chapter in Melbourne. I'm not joking, I was challenged, and I was said that, hey, you don't know what you're talking about, and to make an event for 100 people, you need at least half a year for preparation. I was like, man, I'm doing those every second month in Sydney, we have 150 people, so don't tell me like how much time I need to organize. So that was, I was challenged, and that's how the Melbourne chapter started. So that was like a good story. And yes, so that's what I did to make it more loud. I'm doing things all the time, and it's a lot of amazing women who are doing things, a lot of amazing guys who are doing things, a lot of amazing people who are doing a lot of good things, but they're normally not being heard. Why? Because they're too busy doing something. And as I said, like, public speaking is not something that everyone loves, right? To do. It's really hard, and it's scary all the time, so people don't want to go and speak. They would prefer to do something. So with my organization, we do try to give these people opportunity to speak up, to be visible, so everyone can see it. Yeah, it's a lot of great people who do something. Well, but you know, haters don't hate. And as I said, we're all unique, we're all different, and it's completely fine. Because when you think about that you are different, you also need to remember that everyone else is different as well. And it also will be people who do not like how you look, who do not like how you speak, like what you talk about, or what you do, and it's completely fine. And you know, so when I was preparing for this talk, I decided to do some googling, some research, of course, and what I googled for, I googled how to fit in, and I got around 50 million results for that. But then I was like, that's interesting. What if I Google for how to be different? How many results do you think I got? Any ideas? More or less? 16 billion. What it does to us? That people want to be different, and as I said, we're all unique, we're all different already. The only difference Some people are brave enough to speak up and want to show their uniqueness, but some people not. And when you are scared of something, like what do? You just go and Google it, right? If you still want something, but you are shy enough, or you're scared to go and ask someone else, you just go and Google. So that was super interesting. So it is okay to be different, but I will tell you even more. It is powerful to be different, and give me a minute to explain. The American anthropologist Margaret Mead said, always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. And it is true. Remember about it and work towards your uniqueness to stand out of the crowd. Because being unique gives you the power of understanding diversity and inclusivity a bit more. Because if you've been excluded many times, or like you were not fitting in quite often, or even once, you start feeling about it, right? You start thinking about it more as well. The person who never been excluded from anywhere, they normally don't even think about these kind of things. So that's why, like, one of the reasons most of the well-known leaders, they are different, right? They are unique, and they are a bit more diverse and inclusive. Not universal. It gives you a power of experience, right? Because when you're different, you make a different decision, right? And this kind of different decisions can lead you to a different life experience. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but we always learn an experience, and it is a big plus. It also gives you strengths. How they say, what's not killing you, making you stronger. Not always true. So, but when you walk through those kind of things, so when you walk through those kind of emotional moments, they do make you a bit stronger because you think about it more again, and sometimes you're seeking for help, sometimes not. Sometimes you find that people who help you, sometimes you just help yourself. But these kind of things make you a bit stronger and more independent as well. Attractiveness. You would say, like, what the hell, why? It is in human nature to be attracted to something that you do not understand. So that is the reason why people who look different, who talk different, who like have different opinions, ideas, they're normally more attractive to us by nature, just because we want to find out why. Why so different? Why you do this or do that, or why you say this or that? So that is why I find it very cool. If you have like something unique about yourself, something interesting, different, we all do. Don't try to hide it, but try to talk about it and try to involve people into this conversation to show that, hey, that's what my interest in, and you will find that people like who are interested in the topic, they will come up, and it can be like start of the conversation, and it's quite fun. And of course, it gives you thinking outside of the box, right? Like, who doesn't want it? Any job description lately. Every time you go to the meeting for like architecture decisions, right? Like any kind of the meeting that you have, when you come in on interviews, they say, we're looking for people who think outside of the box. And then you come to the office, you give them ideas, they're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And everyone just sits and agrees. Well, okay. But you still have this power. So let's see how we can unleash it. First thing that you need to do is stop trying to fit in. Do you know how much energy, how much your like moral energy takes to fit in and to be exactly like everyone else, or to be to have some interest that you do not have, just to have a topic to speak with the people? Trust me, it takes so much time. And at the same time, it makes you more anxious and nervous with the time. Why? Because you're all the time trying to look like not who you really are. And you're always in this constant fear that one day someone will find out and you will be busted. So the main thing, the first step, stop trying to fit in. And when you stop it, you need to understand your uniqueness. Because as I said, everyone is unique, everyone is different. So spend some quality time with yourself to understand like what you have that unique that you want to be out. Like you will say that yes, I know I'm different. This one, I like this one. People do not agree with me on this one, or I look that way, like I feel that way. But no, trust me, just spend some quality time with yourself and try to walk through different things that you know, that you feel, and work toward them. So when you understand them, you need to accept them. It is one of the most important things for you. accept who you are, accept your uniqueness, accept your interests, like likes, dislikes, and so on, and stand for yourself. Because it's already a lot of critique outside, and if we do not stand for ourselves, if we do not stand for what we believe in, then who will? Right? It's really important to stand for what you want and for who you really are, because otherwise you can end up like in not really good position with mental health. And how to stand up for yourself? It's like a few advices that I will give. It's okay to say no. When you know the thing that you want to work towards, your own uniqueness and things that makes you happy, things that makes you feeling you, and you see that things like things that people want you to do are not really aligning with your goals, like in your company, for example, or maybe in your personal life. It's okay to say no to those kind of things. And why? Because we have one life and we need to live our life, but not to do the things that are not making us happy. It is okay to ask for the help. Like I was telling, like from the beginning, I was just like going home and like making my research. But it's okay to be loud. Like it's okay to go and ask for help. It does not make you look that you are silly or something. No, it actually makes you look that you are interested and that you are rational with your time as well. That you're not spending like hours and hours on the things, but you spend some quality time like trying to work on the problem. It doesn't work, and then you come and ask for help. It's fine. But at the same time, other people around you can see it and say like, oh, it's actually okay, it's fine. If she can do that, probably it's okay for me as well to go to this person and ask the questions. So we need to do it not only for ourselves, but like for people who are around us. Especially if we have like more junior developers around us as well. It's really helpful. It's okay to talk about your feelings. This one is really important. How many of you like have been coming up to work and saying like, hey, I have such a great news, like, oh, I have a good hobby, or like, oh, we're getting married, or like, we have kids, or like my sister having a kid, or like whatever kind of happiness you have. But how many of you ever been coming to the office and people ask you, how are you? And you're like, I'm okay, but you're sitting and you are really frustrated because you have some like situations happening in your personal life. How many of you did it? Just stand up and say, not many, right? So this is, I understand, this is really hard, and we have this kind of thinking that it is not okay to talk about the bad feelings at work. But trust me, it's fine. Of course, if you do not have any person whom you trust or whom you feel comfortable to speak to, but if you say like, yeah, some kind of family problems, or talk with your manager and take a day off, or a few days off. Many companies also have a lot of support, like with mental health support and different hotline things and so on. So they normally provide you this information. If they don't, you can talk with HR and they'll give you this information. It's okay to fail, because everyone fails. Just the difference is, some people talk about their fail, some people don't. So it's completely fine. If you fail, don't get upset, don't be mad on yourself that you have been so silly to do this kind of thing again and again. Just stop, think what you did wrong, and think what you learned. Like, what is your experience now? And be thankful for that, because every experience is an experience. And it is okay to be different. But I will tell you even more. It is not okay to be different. It is great to be different. And sorry for comments, but it's different. Great. So I will be hanging around. Thank you for listening. And if you will have any questions, you can come and talk to me anytime.